I'm not special, and neither are you. We're going to dig into this a little bit. I'll explain myself. And also, card breakers are in for fierce competition in 2023. Let's go. Hello to all my sports card collectors, investors, all of my collectibles friends. It's another day, beautiful day out there. Kind of cold, but beautiful. And we are back with another card video. If you're new here, you're looking for pretty consistent sports card and collectibles content with a little bit of a finance twist and some above average entertainment. Just average entertainment. Then you have come to the right place, my friends. Hit the subscribe button down below. And also don't forget to connect with me on IG. It's where I share a lot of my pickups. And also I'm on Twitter firing off tweets sometimes, usually complaining about how my New Orleans Saints blew another game. I'm hoping that if I continue to say that they'll start winning and I can change my messaging, but it's just been a rough go of it this year. What can you do?
Why are you a dip?
So Dustin, what do you mean by I'm not special, but neither are you? Well, I think that what we've seen over the last little bit is there's a lot of big egos in the space. It's no different than any other industry, let's just face it. And whether we're talking about content creators or we're talking about hobby businesses or dealers or whatever, there's just some egos that I think are really going to be checked here over the next 12 months and probably beyond. I said it in a previous video not too long ago. This YouTube channel, in the grand scheme of things, as far as the world, and then even in the small hobby, is largely irrelevant. Most people that buy and sell collect cards don't know about this YouTube channel, don't care about it. I don't look at myself as somebody that, I've got some sort of a platform. I'm some magical magician and I am teaching and I am spreading the love and the word of the hobby. I mean, the reality is I am just a regular guy that buys cards the same way that you guys do. I'm operating in my hobby pretty much the same way as you guys. I just happen to make YouTube videos maybe more often than others. And that's about it. In the end, we are all just dust in the wind. It's all going to end the same. So I say enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy whether it be content creation, if you're a dealer or if you're a collector, if you're tired of the hobby, if you love the hobby, whatever that story is, just make sure that you enjoy whatever it is that you are doing, because people take themselves way too seriously in this space, in life in general. Let me just say, I like to have a little bit more of a lighthearted take at things, and I'm going to continue on with that message. So don't forget, I'm not special, but neither are you. All right, we all know that breaking in the sports card market / hobby has boomed over the last, 10 years, would you say? But especially over the last 6. I think 2016 to 2022 have been boom years for breakers. And do I think that that's going to completely go away? No, I don't. But I think it's going to really clamp down over the next 12 months, because I think it's going to be tougher and tougher for breakers to compete, because I think the demand for more of that sports betting side of the hobby is going to reel back a little bit if breakers don't adjust. And what I mean by that is just, the cost of buying into a break, adjusting kind of the way that you're doing things. The same old way probably isn't going to work. Now, the entertainment that comes from, backyard breaks, or
we do this every day. Every day, baby. We do this every day. We got a 1987 Fleer factory set. 1987 Fleer. We got a 1988 Fleer factory set. We got a 1990 Score factory set. We got a 19...
or Leighton, or some of these folks that have been around, they're most likely going to have and continue to have a loyal following. But I still think that a lot of breakers just kind of resting on their laurels the way that it's been over the last couple of years. And I think it's going to get tougher. I think it's going to get tougher to get product. I think it's going to get tougher to fill breaks. We have seen that over the last, 6 months. It's been tougher for breakers to fill breaks. And I don't really see that changing at all. And yes, when we talk about buying into breaks, I think that there is some value value to if I'm collecting New Orleans Saints cards and the new Prism product or the new National Treasures product comes out, and I just want the Saints cards from that case or whatever it is, then for me to be able to pay a lower amount just to get the Saints cards out, that makes tons of sense. And for those that are just collecting teams or trying to get a certain players on their team or whatever, then maybe that does make sense. But we've really entered into the world of, the sweepstakes, the lotto tickets. We're all looking for logo mans. We're looking for black finite one-of-ones. And that's really kind of made up the big boom. I don't think that really stops. I think you're going to have these monster chase cards. But again, I just think that people are not going to have as much discretionary income. They haven't had it. And I just think that overall there's fatigue that enters into with some of this stuff. And also spouses, wives catching on to like, hey, how much are we spending on breaks? I'm kidding, sort of, but it's a thing. There is this thing where you can get into kind of an addiction with this stuff. You got to be careful that it's just kind of that fun play money, that entertainment money. But as things kind of clamp up, as far as the economy, food gets more expensive. We've talked about all this, shelter, etc. You got to look at kind of what are those discretionary expenses that I could probably do less of or do without. Buying into a break might be one of those things. Maybe it's just lessening that a little bit. Maybe you're going out buying singles. Maybe you're doing it just a little bit differently. But I think that if breakers can adjust to this, if breakers can maybe call out some more of a, you don't ever hear on a break is, Roger is chasing the rainbow for X player and he's only got one card to fill. He's bought into this break. Let's see if we can get it. Hell, you just don't ever hear that stuff. You hear about all the big hits and we're chasing the big hits and this and that. But if there was some more formation and more talk about, a collector that's buying into a break to get into that team or that particular whatever. He's missing the Bobby Hebert card from 1988 Topps. Just kidding. They don't really probably break 88 Topps, but you understand my point. Breakers will have to adapt to survive in 2023. And again, I think a lot of the larger ones probably be okay, but are they going to probably take a little bit of a hit to the bottom line over the next 12 months? I think they probably will. I just think it's going to slow down to some degree, but we will see. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, I'm not special, but neither are you. I'm kidding, sort of. All right, guys, take care.